Anybody that follows me knows I'm very vocal about how I feel about the NCAA and how they're pimping our kids. But I want you to pay close attention to what I'm about to tell you right now. So the Mercedes-Benz Stadium is holding the championship game between Alabama and Georgia on Monday. The tickets start at $1,500 to get in and go all the way up into $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 range per ticket. Now the NCAA says we can't pay these kids because they're amateurs. Well, who came up with that? Oh, the NCAA. It's about $20 million worth of salaries per year on the coaching staff between those two teams. So you guys please tell me, you tell me, how does an amateur game cost $1,500 to get into? Please, somebody. How does a school, college, fill a stadium that seats about 70,000 people at $1,500 to $7,000 a ticket, and then you tell me that the kids on the field that are performing at the highest level are amateurs and can't be paid? Not just can't be paid, but they can't have a job. They can't receive any discounts. They can't receive any outside money. They can't receive any outside funding. They basically have to be broke. And then when the game is over, the coaches will get a bonus, the school will get a bonus, everybody's getting a bonus, and the kids will go back and be broke. They're getting a free education, and we should be happy about that. What is disturbing is that I said, about 2 weeks ago, I did a video on how our kids should go to HBCUs so that, at least colleges that house primarily low-income black children will be able to reap the benefits. So I took a tour of a couple HBCUs and I went and talked to a couple athletic directors, and this is what I came up with. So I came out to Fort Valley State University here in Georgia, which is a historically black college, just to see the difference for myself. And I'm walking around on this track and I see the track is physically falling apart. I see boarded up buildings right here on campus that I don't know what the purpose is or what they're going to use them for. But what I do know is that predominantly white colleges have huge alumni that give back to the schools. And they have money because of our top athletes being there, where they make $50, $100 million a year. What I'm proposing is we put together a $2 a month movement and we start to invest in us. Just think, if we could get 1 million people to put together $2, 2 tax deductible dollars, and put them into our schools. This track is $1 million. I just met with the athletic director. He said it hasn't been maintained in 10 years. How do we go to a top athlete and say, hey, come to our school, but our track isn't maintained? Our workout facilities aren't going to be what you expect them to be. But here's the thing, we could change that. It's really up to us to start investing in us. We can't wait for the government, who don't give a shit about us, to invest in our kids. If we could put together $2 a month, it could change the lives of so many kids. This school right here has 93% black kids. We cannot wait for our city officials, our state officials, our government officials to step up and make sure that our kids are okay. We have to do that. We have to say, okay, it costs $1 million to put in a new track. Everybody put in $2 a month. We can put in a new track. We can make sure that we have the tutors that we need on the campuses to bring our kids up to the level to perform at the academic place where they're supposed to be. We have to stop waiting for the world to change, and we have to change the world around us. And again, I stand out here by myself. I'm a single mom. I don't have $1 million, but I have $2, and I could put it in the pot. And if you stand with me and we all put our $2 in a pot, we could change the lives of so many generations to come. And this time when kids come to the school, it won't be because of segregation, because they can't go to another school. It'll be because they want to. It'll be because we invested in us and we made us great again. So I'm asking for everybody to join this $2 a month movement. The nonprofit is New Beginnings. I started it 12 or 15 years ago. It's time for us to take responsibility for where we're at. How are we going to say, oh, it's the mass incarceration rate, but we don't have people that represent us in the courthouses? How are we going to say it's This problem is the city officials. If we don't have city officials to represent us because our next judge or our next sheriff is working at IHOP because they can't afford to pay for school. This is our responsibility. $2 will not make a difference in your life, but if we put all the $2 together, it could change the world that we know. Please support me on this. I stand here alone, but if everybody joins in with me, this movement could be monumental. And one day they'll write about the $2 a month movement in books.